Hey, out of the way. Get up, kid. Yeah, we watched that the other day.
Shadow banned
YouTube does not care about gay people. They're listen, go out and buy, sell your own ads. Sell your own ads. Nobody has the right to get free sponsors. You know what I mean? When we started the show back in the day, when we started the show in 2003, if you wanted to run an ad on the show, you had to go out, you had to pitch your shit to a company, you had to convince the company that this was the right place for them to run an ad, and then you took their money and you did their thing. You know, these people are so spoiled now, where they think, why is YouTube demonetizing my... What do you think this is? You're not an employee of the company. This is just a place where you're hosting your video. Go out and sell your own ads. You know, they constantly bitch, as if their numbers aren't big enough. I mean, these are people with millions of followers. Oh, we're going to show you a video today of the latest guy bitching. Stefan Molyneux.
Yes.
Oh, I love this video, and I barely know this guy, and you don't need to know this guy either.
I'm sure you all have heard of him.
You've probably seen him around. How do you pronounce his name? This is so good.
Molyneux? I don't know.
Stefan Molyneux? Can somebody tell us? Because we got it. Stefan? Is it Stefan or Steven? He's this old man. What does he do? Tell us everything, Jules.
He's like a Lauren. He's like a Lauren Southern type guy.
Okay.
I don't really know that much about him. He's
so
just one of those tweeters and video makers who's always talking about the right stuff, but I don't really know anything about him other than that.
He is like Dave. He's in that kind of world with like Dave Rubin, Lauren Southern, those types of people.
Yeah. One of those guys.
And it's so funny how, you know, this is what happened. There was kind of like a boom, all right, with all of these personalities. You had Lauren Southern, you had all these... Turn that off.
Sorry, it was an accidental
you had Lauren Southern.
bit.
Lauren Southern has quit social media. She went back to college. She's done. You have this guy, and they're all sitting around kind of complaining that their numbers are dropping, and they're all blaming YouTube. They're blaming social media. We're being shadow banned, this and that. Maybe people just aren't interested. You know, we saw Martina Markota last week. What the hell? 9 viewers? I'm shadow banned. Maybe they just don't want to hear you say the same stuff year after year, over and over and over again, with the sole intent of begging for money. You know, we're going to watch this video here of the latest downfall from one of these, I don't know what you would call him. I don't even know if he's a conservative. I know nothing about this guy.
This is what I thought about him. Someone says he's obsessed with race and IQ, like the Count. So yeah, he's like one of those guys.
Wait till you see. This video is so fucking good. You almost could play the whole thing probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's amazing.
We'll skip around. So his name is Stefan Molyneux.
Yeah.
Gavin. He's friends with Gavin. He's a white guy. He's got 929,000 followers. He's begging for money now, saying he's flat broke, just like Milo, and he can't do this because they're holding him back. Now, the fact that I'm able to do this and do it easily, I mean, you know, as far as money goes and all that stuff. When's the last time you heard me beg for cash?
And I've got barely anybody.
Good luck with your 6K subs on you. I mean, these people have almost a million followers on YouTube and stuff. Here's a guy sitting with 929,000 followers, and he's begging for money. He's out of money.
If we had 900,000 followers, we would have bought an island, and you would never hear from us again.
I would be a billionaire by now. So I can speak for these people. I could tell you that it's bullshit because I have very few followers, way less than 929,000, and I make a very nice living. Okay? Let's just say more than you would make if you worked at the Cheesecake Factory full-time as a manager. Way fucking more. Like probably 80 times more. So let me show you this video. This is so good, and you don't need to know who this guy is. I didn't know anything about him.
I think most people have heard from him
now
before.
I love this guy. Check this out. Begging for cash. I love this. They're falling.
Should we watch one of his other videos?
No. I think this is good because this is what I saw. This is how I was introduced to him.
Okay.
And I fucking loved it. So look at this opening picture. Here he is, head in hands. This guy, He's probably late 50s. He considers himself a Graham Hancock type of man. He's sitting in his home here, and he looks rather depressed, and he actually put this out to his people. Shame on anyone who gave him a dime. Watch this.
It's really not the easiest topic for me. Or maybe for most people who,
I love this,
like me, don't like showing the soft underbelly of their vulnerabilities and fears and concerns. But I mean, what's the point of praising honesty as a virtue and encouraging it in you guys if I'm not honest and direct with you myself, which I'm
So I could tell you from seeing the end of this is all like scam salesman talk. This is all like to butter you up. I mean, he's really like taking his time and saying the right things to like get you where you need to be to feel bad for him. Because at the end, I'm going to spoil it. He drops the bombshell. I need money. I'm begging. He begs at the end. He begs. So knowing that, watching him set this up in this way is so ultra sickening. To be fully physically able to get out there and make your own money, to have all of these people sitting there. You know, you could sell anything to these people, and he's going to sit there and just ask for donations. I mean, this is so fucking sick. Watch this. You're going to really like this one.
maybe for most people who, like me, don't like showing the soft underbelly of their vulnerabilities and fears and concerns. But I mean, what's the point of praising honesty as a virtue and encouraging it in you guys if I'm not honest and direct with you myself, which I'm going to be? Because, it's time to lift the lid. I need to tell you what the hell has been going on with this show over the last little while, because it's been, so I'll be straight up with you, man. It's been pretty brutal.
Brutal!
Earlier this year, very early this year.
This accent's fake, right? It's got to be. Any guy
Is he French Canadian? Maybe he sounds like a Montreal guy-ish.
Look at this, man. And do you have a wife? Because what kind of wife would allow their husband to do this?
I know.
How disgusting! Wouldn't you be just sickened with me? Ugh!
My views on YouTube crashed like 80%, very quickly, right? Very quickly. And that's partly a YouTube policy for people who don't violate their standards, but they just don't like, right? And then, look, I knew it was going to be tough, right? It's one of the reasons I started doing documentaries last year. Like I did Poland, I did a whole series that's still ongoing on California.
Ooh.
And I was just out
A doc on Poland
for a while in Hong Kong, where I just did incredible stuff. We got amazing footage. I was there with the director of Hoaxed. I was down in a protest talking with people. I interviewed the guy who wrote their constitution.
Nobody
another
wants
politician, interviewed entrepreneurs, and
He's really building up how hard he's been working. So throughout this whole thing, he's going to be building up, I have been working on these documentaries. I work. The people don't want it. Let me tell you what the people want. They're into this culture war stuff. And all these people who subscribe to guys like him and Jordan Peterson and Baked Alaska and Gavin, they ain't interested. Lauren Southern found this out the hard way when she did Borderlands. They're not really here. They're not interested in anything serious that's happening. They're here for the fight, okay? They want to see a fight with people on Twitter. They want to be involved in this fuck the libs and vice versa stuff. They're not interested in you going to Poland and showing how the people... Boring! So these guys all got these surge of subscribers when they all came out because they were fighting the good fight. And then the people get less and less interested. That's why your views are dropping. What do you think? We're all just like studious fucking dorks now all of a sudden? The whole world just wants to watch, stuff that we would have to, sleep through in class? Documentaries from these old fucks? We don't want docs. We want people to get doxxed. Get it?
Now, you know what I always think about people like this and all these YouTubers who are worrying about their numbers going down? Do you think that they all had a giant surge in their audience and then got mortgages or something, and now they can't pay them?
Of course,
and that's
they
why they're all stressing?
overextend. They all thought it was going to be like this forever. Why would it be? All these people just kind of popped up all at the same time after this election. We got a ton of guys like this that were never getting any action. I mean, Before the whole Trump thing happened, a guy like this, who the fuck would subscribe to a guy like this? A young person watching this old fuck? For what?
So all these people are probably going to start having their houses repossessed.
So when
and
it
stuff
first
like
started
that.
happening, Joe Rogan showing you Graham Hancock and Jordan Peterson and Dave Rubin, people are getting excited going, wow, look at all these amazing entertainers here. And then they subscribe to them. They go, you know what? These guys pretty much suck. Like even Jordan Peterson outside of like somebody good, like when he's giving just like a long lecture, it's like fucking boring. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think people accounted how boring these guys actually are and how repetitive they are and how they kind of have one story that they're retelling over and over and over again. And now we're in year 3 of all this. We don't care
Yeah,
anymore.
and what people were interested in was the controversy,
Yes,
the
the
drama.
controversy, the drama. Yes. Okay, so you got to see. I'm telling you, this one's good. This one's good, and I think we should play it in full because it's a slow burn, and you watch this man lie, you watch him deceive, you watch him fall apart and beg. You don't need to know anything about this man or care about him. I just think it's fun. Let's find out. Let's find out.
Right out there in a protest against communism when the protest and myself, we got hit with tear gas, and it was intense and brutal and visceral. And I just put that footage out. I hope you will check it out. So I knew, because, you know, it's an election year in Canada this year. It's election season in America. And, you know, they're not dumb. They know who influenced Brexit. They know who influenced Trump, and they just want out.
Yeah, here's Brandon Mueller. Remember class? It was the worst thing you ever went through. Why volunteer your free time to it? Exactly. If you liked class, woo! You deserve to be executed by him. You know, the real king of the school. So, oh, God. And every professor is fucking nuts, man. You know? If you're a professor, like this guy is a cheating, lying, conning professor. I learned this from Candyman. I knew nothing about academics growing up. DJ Academics. I knew nothing about college professors growing up. I learned everything I know about college from one movie, and one movie only, Candyman. Yep. Candace Mann, M-A-N-N. He was a black guy with a hook. Remember the bees, farewell to the flesh. And in the movie, the main girl, I forget her name, the main girl is dating a college professor, looks just like this guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a lying, backstabbing, cheating son of a bitch.
I remember
But he acts just like this. And these guys cheat.
Yeah.
They fuck people over. They're greedy. They get in you watch these academic guys, even like Graham Hancock and stuff, they get in these little squabbles over like their research and who was first to discover or write an essay on it, or, you know, their detractors. These guys fight like little fucking bitches constantly. These are not adults.
My first day of college being so disappointed seeing all the professors and realizing those were the people who I had to listen to.
Yeah. They're really bad men. And if you want to be a teacher, you deserve to make about $50 a year. I want teachers stripped of their salaries. Here he is. Listen to this.
Crush those views, right? And it's a very effective strategy, I'll be honest with you. Like, it's a two-pronged strategy, right? Suppressing people's views. And again, I know it's not the quality of the show because podcast numbers are actually up. So
that's a lie right there. So he's talking about YouTube is suppressing his views. He can't make a living, is what he's going to say. But then he goes on and says, and I know it's not the quality of the content I'm putting up because my podcast numbers are way up. Oh, you mean the numbers that nobody but you has ever seen? I love this one. This is a good one. Oh, yeah, I have very little views online, but my podcast numbers, those are huge. Show the numbers then. And by the way, if your podcast numbers are huge, then it shouldn't matter if your video views are down. You know, so they realize, all these liars realize that I got to do this video, I'm flat broke, I got to talk about how I have no views, but then it's going to look like, oh, maybe I don't have any views because I suck, so I do got to come up with a little lie about why I don't suck. And you're going to hear that a lot with this man. I never thought a guy like this, I always thought guys in their late 50s like this who are so civilized, that they wouldn't be such full of shit. But they all are, aren't they? They're
It's hard
the worst.
realization.
It's really tough. I always looked up to this guy. Here.
It's a two-pronged strategy to suppress people's views, my views. Number one, it's psychological warfare, right? Because then you say, oh gosh, my views are down. People don't like my show anymore. Oh, and then you lose your energy, you lose your enthusiasm, you lose your charisma, you lose your push. And I was not going to let that happen. I was not going to let that happen.
You did.
I have been pushing through that. And I have been positive and engaged and enthusiastic.
Okay, then why is this video called My Brutal Year? That's what it's called. My Brutal Year, and then you're going to beg for money at the end because you're saying you're flat broke. So it hasn't been good. None of this stuff is true. It's all falling apart.
At what it is that I do, because I will not let those numbers erode my commitment to bringing philosophy to the world. So that's number one, is the undermining of your enthusiasm and your motivation. But number two is more dangerous in a way, very central way, which is, so I survive on donations. And a lot of those donations are one time, of course, but a lot of those donations are monthly subscriptions, right? Because, I don't take ads. I don't have a big sponsor. And so I rely on you, the wonderfully kind listeners, to support what it is that I do.
Yeah, and you know what? After year 3, people don't get the same kick out of donating to the same guy over and over and over again for doing nothing. This is what's happening to Martina. This is what happened to Milo. The same thing. They just think people are going to want to keep giving you money. It's like, after the first 5 times they give you money and you shouted them out, the thrill is gone. Now you have to actually provide a service or some content to make the money.
So people cycle into the show, right? New people see what it is that I do. They get interested, and then they end up.
You're going to love this.
Like 6 months later, they'll end up starting to donate. But then people cycle out, right? They lose their jobs. Maybe they lose interest. Maybe they've got everything they want for philosophy for a while. Or maybe I say something they don't like. So then they cycle out. So you need new people cycling in for the people who are cycling out.
Yes.
So the whole purpose of suppression of what it is that I do is to choke off the supply of new people coming into the conversation who will support the show. And that puts you in a death spiral. As people cycle out of the conversation, fewer people are cycling into the conversation, which means your income begins to diminish. So my motto for the last year has
income
been,
diminished.
More of the same is a losing game. More of the same is a losing game. And that has been the case. So I, of course, have
You
been...
never hear me, minuscule Mike. You never hear me coming on here. My income is diminished. Please help me. Never hear me doing that. Just fiestas, new gimmicks.
You know what you do if you have a huge audience and your income is diminishing? You figure out a way to get more income.
Exactly. You don't start going, but YouTube, it's YouTube's fault.
looking for other ways
Listen to
get
this.
new listeners, other ways to generate income. So went on a speaking tour last summer, and they're signing books and chatting with people. So you sell some books too, some merch. So I was doing this speaking tour. My God, man! I mean, it was straight up war out there.
Ooh,
straight up.
So this is like a lie. Now he's trying to do so. What you got to pay attention to is he's trying to pump up his content. So he's throughout this, he's going to start telling little fibbers about how all the stuff that he does is really amazing, kind of trying to get you to plug it so you do have something to give your money to. I think we could skip through this little spiel a little bit, just to speed things up, because this does get very funny here. And I don't want to bury you down in the boring parts. Here we go.
Bomb threats, crazy hostile media saying the most appalling false things. And the police wouldn't even show up when there was a church that was going to host my speech.
Wah, wah, wah.
People show up to threaten them, and
throw up.
they call 911. They're scared. The police don't even show up. This is how freaking crazy it is out here. So that
You're a
avenue
geek.
is cut off. New listenership, new viewership is largely cut off. So what can I do? Well, I can go out and do documentaries because nobody knows where I'm going to land. I can go out and I can do my
You would
thing.
think he's been banned from all social media. I mean, Gavin McInnes was actually thrown off all social media. He found a way, he got back, and he's working, and he got a bunch of subscribers, and he's making money. This guy is up there. He's literally, nothing happened to him. His views are down. That's it. So, you're listening to this thinking, oh, he must have been deplatformed everywhere. No, nothing has happened to him.
I can come back, assemble the footage, and put the documentary out. So that's one possibility. But, it's one of the reasons for having the conversation, so to be frank, right? I put this documentary trailer out for Hong Kong. It's crazy, great, powerful stuff.
I guess not.
By the way, thanks for those who thought I've gained weight. It's not. I was just crazy bloated in Hong Kong because my digestion did not survive the trip. And then the time
this is
slipped,
con.
Anyway.
This is con talk.
Yeah, I'm asking for donations for that stuff and getting very little. Yes. So does that mean you guys don't want me to do documentaries?
Yes.
Okay. What should I do? If it's not going to be documentaries, again, more of the same. It's a death spiral. It's a losing game. The show is not going to survive because suppression means fewer people cycling in. I can't go and do book tours. I can't go do speaking tours. I can't go do speeches. So what am I to do to get new listeners? To survive? To have...
I don't know, Teach. Maybe use that huge brain of yours to figure it out! You ever thought of that? What am I to do? Imagine if I came to you. What do you want me to do? You don't like my last project. What should I do? What should I do? I don't know. Maybe get out the game. Maybe get a job at, where's that great place where I thought Denny should work? Trader Joe's. You'd be perfect. You ever thought about becoming gay? Work at Trader Joe's.
This guy's always bragging about how he has a super high IQ. He's like one of those type guys.
Yeah.
So maybe use your IQ points.
Exactly. Why are we listening to a man who does not know what to do to make money in the easiest? I said this on the last show. I was dying laughing. I heard it back. I go, you can't make money on the internet? The easiest marketplace in the world to make money on? I mean, this is so easy to make money on the fucking internet.
None of our YouTube videos have been demonetized.
None. Oh, that's something good to tell. One of my YouTube videos was demonetized because it was age restricted, the True Geordie one. But none of my other YouTube videos are demonetized. They're all green dollar signs ready for ads. And we don't run the ads. But I'm not demonetized at all. So what's going on? And I say some bad stuff. Bill Burr's black wife. I say the word Nagurta that's chinked out, bleeped out. So why am I not demonetized? Why are my views through the roof? Going viral every weekend. You got to hear more. This guy really starts begging here, and it's just so funny to watch an old man beg.
Go and do book tours. I can't go do speaking tours. I can't go do speeches.
Why can't you?
So what am I to do to get new listeners? To survive, to have this conversation survive. 650 million views and downloads, more than 1 million of my books read every year, thousands of listener conversations, incredibly
you should
powerful
be fine.
ones, hundreds of subject matter
You should be fine, then.
expert interviews. 10 or 11 books. I mean, it's an incredible thing that we built here. This
Well, not if you're begging for money, it's not.
But how am I going to keep it alive in this incredible headwind of a ridiculously hostile and abusive media, like New York Times?
It's so unfair to the people, too, who are tricked by this. You know, think about all the followers of these shows who are believing Steven Crowder and Martina. I'm being suppressed. You must give me money. I'm being suppressed. I mean, this is really like, this is worse than the Righteous Gemstones taking all that cash last night at church, right? Taking all that money from people.
Xander says, oldmanpodcastbeg.gif.
Yes, there it is. And it's another one bites the dust. I love this. What am I to do? Another man down. The bubble is popping. We're seeing it pop, pop, boop, boop, boop. Everywhere you go. It's finally, we're getting that little crash that I've always craved for. You know, where all these guys, they were living the life, and now it's being taken from them.
It's out west in Canada. We got the Irish Times now, right? We're just crazy, hostile, stupid stuff. Wikipedia has turned into a complete toxic wasteland of leftist prejudice.
Oh, that's the problem. Wikipedia is really, that's turned into a dumpster fire over there. Oh, Wikipedia. That's the issue. You're blaming Wikipedia. You know, I don't even go to Wikipedia. Why would you go to Wikipedia? If I need to get a definition, I go to the Webster's Dictionary. Okay? Not Wikipedia.
Making me out to be some kind of monster, and then they lock it down so it can't be changed. I mean, that's hard, man. That's hard.
This gets so good.
Now, you can survive deplatforming if you have like a crew, if you have people who will support you and help you out. And like Dave Rubin's they're threatening to deplatform him at the moment. He's interviewing Maxime Bernier, head of the People's Party of Canada.
They're not threatening to
here
deplatform
in Hamilton.
Dave Rubin.
And he was hit with 10 times security costs because of threats. And I'm Twitter, and I'm like, hey man, I'll help you out with your security costs. I'll chip in because this has got to go forward and so on. And I'm out there pushing back against people who are being deplatformed. But hell's bells, man, when I was being deplatformed, who was standing up for me? You guys, yes. I mean, who out there who's like prominent and, helpful?
So he throws that in. When Dave Rubin was under attack, I, was helping him. Do you need any money? And then when it happened to me, no one was there. Well, you guys were, of course, all the people that I'm begging for.
Jesus.
This is a con man. This is an arrestable offense, in my opinion. I would like to cuff him. Does Sheriff Pat Melton know about this guy? Imagine Sheriff Pat Melton taking him back into that Pulp Fiction room and putting the ball gag in his mouth and giving him an old time.
Are we able to get him on our payroll?
Yes, easily. So listen to this. This gets great.
It's just the way things are. So my strategy is I've been doing documentaries. My other strategy is I've been really working hard on Twitter. We did, in 1 month, did 100 million impressions on Twitter.
Okay. Meaningless.
Hopefully going to translate into new stuff. So I've been pursuing a variety of strategies, tried a new call-in show, just a dial-in show with a phone number, for enjoying that. So I really am trying new stuff to keep the show going, to keep the show alive. It's hard too, because after 15 years, this is something John Cleese said years ago.
Listen to this.
You get about 15 years of peak creativity, and then things, it's like a
really? Because I'm in year 18.
Also, why would we give you money if your peak creative years are over?
Yeah, well, he's got a million different excuses here, and hopefully you throw enough on and you could, there's 5 different groups of people that buy 5 different things. Okay, there you go. You could confuse them, you could get the money. I wonder how much money's made, but wait till you see the ending coming up here.
15 years of peak creativity, and then things,
yes, your
like
cold product, exactly.
Keep folding in. You can keep poking it up, but, right? So at the sort of 15-year mark of me doing this as a public philosopher, there's a lot of suppression, there's a lot of undermining, there's a lot of verbal abuse and attacks from the mainstream media, and income is down because fewer people are cycling in to support what it is that I do. Expenses are up because I'm doing these documentaries, which are very expensive, and it just feels like it's a bit of a vice, man. It's just a bit of a vice.
Yes!
That's closing in on what it is that we're doing here.
Okay.
And I know it's essential. I know
Keep
it's
scratching.
essential. But I don't know how it's sustainable.
Oh.
And that's the challenge. So, I guess I'm telling you where the pain points are. Not something I enjoy, but again, I want to be honest. I'm telling you where the pain points are. And I'm asking for your help. Tell me what it is I should be doing. What should I be doing? Help me brainstorm about things that I...
No, you're supposed to be a philosopher. So he's breaking down in the video. Just tell me what you want. I'll do anything. I don't know, get naked. Show me your dick. Open up, sir. I will give you money to get naked. Show me your butt. Show me your butt. And your dick. I'll give you the money. I'll float you for a year. Naked handstand now.
I could be doing. It's hard to go on other people's show. My name's become really, really toxic. And there's not a lot of new people I want to interview. And I'll still keep doing the listener calls. I enjoy those. But, again, more of the same is a losing game. The show cannot survive more of the same. I need new things. Do you not want me to do documentaries? Do you want me to write another book? What topic do you want?
This is the guy who played, by the way, if you don't know, this is the actor who played Freddy Krueger.
Oh, really?
In the movies, yes.
He just said he'll write a book on whatever topic we want.
He said that?
Yeah,
I'll write a book on whatever topic you want. Come on. I'll do anything. I'll write a book on whatever topic you want.
Go back. You got to hear that.
This is insane.
Still keep doing the listener calls. I enjoy those. But, again, more of the same is a losing game. The show cannot survive more of the same. I need new things. Do you not want me to do documentaries? Do you want me to write another book? What topic do you want? What do you think will help?
Wow.
What it is that I do. Are you guys sharing what it is that I do? Because without your shares, again, can't survive. And will you help?
Without your shares, I get 0 shares. And I'm surviving fine.
Nobody has
Without your
ever
shares,
shared a
it's
Red Bar
up
video.
to you. I get like 1 share a month from Andred Aknid, the Indian listener of ours.
The only time a Red Bar video is shared is when it's 2 friends in a basement and one guy nervously shows the video to a guy beside him for 5 seconds while sweating and worrying.
Yes, this is literally the only guy, because you get updates. Abrirajid Anapalagagan. He is an Indian man of specific descent. Here he is. This is the only guy who's ever shared my stuff this year on Facebook.
I love that guy.
I saw a pop-up. Ambrijaj Alapakatin shared your stuff. I go, incredible. It's got no likes. Nobody's seeing it. Your shares are House of I.
Can you help? Can you help? Please. You know, I mean, the strategy is effective, right? Income is down, costs are up. Not a very sustainable business model. But you got to take risks when you're under attack. Because again, more of the same is a losing game. More of the same means the show fails. Show dies.
See, and again, they all do that thing where they almost convince themselves mid-video that it's worse. Like we were watching that with Lady A, where she's like, am I a shadow banned? There's 9 people here. Cut to halfway and, guys, I am shadow banned. I am under full attack, so we do need your help. You watch all these guys within their video convince themselves further and further that things are worse and worse. It started out with, so I need a little help. And now it's, please, I'm begging you. I am under attack. It's like you could see the lie in real time.
So I need new things to do, and I need your support. I need your help, my friends. I really, really do. I have been busting my ass this year like you would believe, trying to find ways to extend and expand the reach of the show.
Then you're useless.
And it's been hard. It's been frustrating. It's been disappointing. And, you know, I like to act, and yet it feels like I'm trying to push string to just be able to achieve something. So I need your help. I mean, again, income's down, costs are up. Please. Look, I want your suggestions. Absolutely. I want your feedback about what it is I should do, but I do need your help. I need your help. It's expensive cutting these documentaries, and
then don't do them.
Maybe it was a mistake.
Yes,
I don't think so.
Yes,
I don't think so. I think that they've been doing pretty well, and
then
they're
not
because of it. But you know, maybe you disagree or whatever. But
yes, we do.
Nonetheless,
you're broke.
Even if it was a mistake, I really need your help. Please help me cover these costs. I mean, I'm on my knees here. Please.
We need your help. Please help me. I love it. That's like you only see that in a movie. I'm asking you. I need your help. Please help. Please. Please help. I'm begging. I mean, come on. You can't actually do that. That's from a film.
Even in a movie, it's usually a guy just asking his dad or something.
Yeah,
not publicly
not the
begging.
world. Here, look at this scene again. This is great.
Because of it. But, you know, maybe you disagree or whatever. But nonetheless, even if it was a mistake, I really need your help. Please help me cover these costs. I mean, I'm on my knees here. Please
get on your knees,
philosophy.
bro.
Please help. What it is that I'm doing. We
He's
are
going
facing
crazier.
Really the greatest threat to the survival of the show that the show has ever seen. Free domain. I also spent a lot of money on the new website, which I think was important. The old website was not working very well, and there was no place for me to post.
Sell that couch. Sell that painting.
The new website, free domain. The whole. I mean, it's pretty expensive to buy that domain name as well, but. Again, I'm very happy with those decisions.
The domain name?
And I can't do anything other than, you know, stare you eye to eye, tell you what I need, and ask for your support. Please help out what it is that I do in these incredibly difficult and dangerous times.
No.
So please help out what it is that I do. You can check out, of course, the Hong Kong documentary trailer.
Shut the fuck up. If I hear the word documentary again, I'm going to make one.
But I need your help. I need your support. And it's been a while since I've asked, and the fact that I don't like asking is not particularly relevant.
I mean, even Beige Frequency asks for less help than this, and he's making documentaries just fine. He just goes, thank you to my patrons who support me. I'm going to continue making these films. That's it. Shut the fuck up.
But I am going to ask nonetheless, please go to freedomain.com/donate and help me out. Help me out. Give me your suggestions. Give me your
I'd rather help
give me your
Rhonda.
thoughts. This is a collective endeavor bringing this level and intensity of philosophy to the world in these desperate times. These desperate and dangerous times.
No.
Really, really need your help. Free Domain Radio. Sorry. Free Domain.
Everything's fine, isn't it?
/donate. Thank you.
Sell your
Thank you for this
art.
incredible ride. I really, really hope it continues. I look forward to your feedback. Love you guys.
Ooh. How long? I always like, how long do I hold it? Is it off? Is it off? Thank you for your support. Is it off? Did you start the thing? Oh, man. Wow. What a nice one, huh? Another one bites the dust. We're watching them fly. Here at Red Bar, we are a non-political show. We will cover any downfall, and we will cheerlead it and celebrate all of them. I love when a man is out of fucking currency.
Now,
He's
in
got
the
no
chat,
money.
people keep sending me this other old video of him that they say is really good. That's him reacting to a $1 donation, I guess.
Him reacting to a $1 donation.
say
Okay, let's
we
see
have to
this.
play it.
Okay, let's
I would
see.
like to read to you something, a message that
Louis!
I got today. Someone wrote, "Hi there. I am a fourth-year management major and a philosophy minor. I played college hockey in the ACAC for 3 years. I love your show, and I respect what you do. Keep up the good work." What a lovely message. The message, I guess you could say, slightly sullied by the fact that this fine young man sent me $1.
Woo!
$1.
So it's an ad to send more dollars? Okay, I get it. I get the point. And my point is, this is what these guys live for, man. Most of their content, if you edited all the parts out where they are begging for money and stuff, you would have a much shorter version of what these people
But
are
I think
actually
he's
saying.
humiliating that guy for only sending
Oh,
$1.
really?
I
Is that
think
true?
That's what the point is going to be.
Oh,
It's only a minute long.
okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. Man, it seems like a lifetime. All right, let's see.
Some people are very generous, don't get me wrong. The people who are very generous
he was
have
excited.
shared with me their frustrations at the free ride nature of most of the people who listen to this philosophy show. This is Stefan Molyneux from Free Domain Radio. If you want to support the show, I strongly urge you to do so. I think it's the best chance for a virtuous future. It's fdrurl.com/donate.
I get it.
And if not, drop philosophy, go to church, paint yourself blue, and go.
Donate. I mean, middle-aged men. Do not donate to any of these people, okay? I beg of you! All right, there he was. There he goes. Very, very good. We're going to hear from another guy, Josh Denny, who really doesn't like doing his content. It's just for money.